let's dive into one of the biggest, most important questions in education right now: artificial intelligence. I mean, is this incredible new technology here to help our teachers, or is it here to replace them? Is it just a tool, or is this a full-on takeover?
You know, this conversation is just exploding everywhere you look, from academic journals to late-night Reddit threads, and right at the center of all that noise is one single, truly revolutionary question.
And there it is. This exact question kicked off a huge discussion online, and it really gets right to the core of this whole debate. The very idea that an algorithm could make schools as we know them obsolete, well, it's pretty unsettling, right? It forces us to take a hard look at what education is even for in the first place.
Okay, so to even understand why a question like that is being asked, we have to look at the incredible, almost unbelievable potential that AI brings to the table. Because for a lot of educators, this doesn't feel like some scary future. It actually feels really optimistic, packed with promise.
A study in the IISTR journal found that teachers really see AI as a powerful ally in the classroom. They think it could handle all the tedious stuff, the grading, the paperwork, and free them up to do what they do best: actually teach. And what's really fascinating is they don't just see it as a time saver, they see it as a tool for creativity, something that can handle the grunt work and spark brand new ideas. And we're not talking about just some mild interest here. The same study had teachers rate their attitude towards using AI, and the average score they gave was 92.79. I mean, that's not just positive, that is a massive vote of confidence. It shows there's a real excitement for what this tech could mean for them and for their students. So, if teachers are this on board, what do they need to make it work? Well, the U.S. Department of Education found two things that are absolutely critical. First, teachers want to be co-designers. They're saying, don't just build a tool and hand it to us, give us a seat at the table so we can help build it. And second, they want proof that it actually works. This can't be about just having cool tech for the sake of it. It has to be effective. But look, efficiency and data crunching are only one side of the story. There's a really powerful counterargument here, which says that even the smartest AI in the world will never ever be able to do the most important parts of teaching, the parts that are uniquely and irreplaceably human. Educator John Spencer breaks this down so well. On one side, you've got AI, and it's incredible at processing information and spotting patterns. But on the other side, you have these essential human skills. See, AI doesn't really get context. It's kind of like an encyclopedia that's never actually been outside the library. Humans, though, we understand nuance, we think outside the box, and maybe most importantly, we can feel empathy. And this quote comes from just a gut punch of a story from John Spencer. He showed an AI's feedback on his writing to his son, Micah. And while the AI gave some practical advice, Micah immediately noticed the writing was about loss. The algorithm completely missed the human being behind the words. It couldn't see the pain, and it couldn't offer the one thing that was truly needed: simple human empathy. And, a former teacher on Reddit echoed this perfectly. They said, schools are where we learn to be human. A teacher does so much more than just deliver information. It's all of this stuff. It's building relationships, creating a safe space, helping to shape values, and just making students feel like they're seen. That's the human half of the job, and an AI just can't do it. So, if AI can't replace that human piece, but teachers clearly see the value in the tech, what's the solution? This isn't a choice between one or the other. The U.S. Department of Education has actually put forward a really clear principle to help guide us down the right path. Of course, getting this right means we have to navigate some pretty tricky territory. For example, think about this. This same data that could offer a teacher personalized help for their students could also be used for surveillance. How do you build systems that help without feeling like they're constantly watching? It's a really critical balancing act. And the recommended solution, the big idea, is a model called humans in the loop. This isn't about automation, it's all about augmentation. The concept is that the tech can help spot patterns and suggest options, but the human teacher is always in the driver's seat. They're the ones who assign meaning to the data and make the final, crucial calls on how to teach. And just look at how this model is set up. Students and teachers are right there, smack in the middle, exactly where they should be. All the technology, all those circles around them, it's all there to support them. But notice that outer ring. Everything is guided by human oversight and a clear educational perspective. The whole goal is a system that's transparent, that's fair, and that keeps people firmly in charge. So, with this humans in the loop framework as our North Star, the question becomes,
how do we actually build this future? What are the real practical steps we need to take to bring this powerful technology into our schools responsibly?
Well, the Department of Education gives us a pretty clear roadmap. It all starts with our vision. Our goals for learning have to drive the technology, not the other way around. From there, it's about building trust in these systems, which means involving educators in the design process from day one, and focusing all that R&D on making these tools safe, effective, and truly aware of the classroom context. I absolutely love this analogy because it just captures the idea perfectly. We're not trying to build a robot vacuum that you just turn on and let it do its thing by itself. No, we're building an electric bike. The human is still pedaling, they're still steering, they are fully in control, but their effort is multiplied. AI should be a tool that makes a teacher's abilities even greater, not one that automates them out of a job. And that brings us to the final and maybe the most profound point of all. This huge technological shift isn't just about what computers can do. It's forcing us to look in the mirror and ask what we as people really value. AI can give us an answer to almost anything, but it's up to us as educators, as learners, as a society to decide which questions are truly worth asking in the first place.